Hi everyone and welcome to Loopie. I'm going to show you how to make your own cycle art. When you're on the website loopieroute.com, just click the big orange Connect with Strava button. The app then asks you to log in with your Strava username and password. The Loopie app then brings in your last 200 uploaded rides, and they're all organised into months and years to help you easily find the route you want to make a Loopie of. In this case, I use the drop down and looking for July 2016. All the rides that I did in that month will then load up, and I can just use the little arrows at the bottom to scroll through all the thumbnails to find the route, in this case, Mont Ventoux. So just click select route. When your route loads up, you'll see the shape plus also the surrounding terrain. But it doesn't look quite like a piece of art just yet. So what we've done is we've given you a whole set of controls down the left hand side to really edit and tweak your Loopie. In the Move tab, you can move your image left and right, up and down. You can rotate it. You can also zoom in and tilt it. The Advanced tab lets you, if you want to, make the mountains bigger, change the dot sizes, make them bigger or smaller, and also you can even tweak the width of the Loopie line from very fat to very thin. In the Colour tab, you can change the colour of the line. We've got a red and a Bianchi green, or the Loopie orange, and you can also change the background colour. It defaults to light, but you can also make that dark as well. And finally, the Data tab allows you to, if you notice the info box, a little move icon will appear. And the Data tab allows you to move this around anywhere on the page. You can also edit any of the information within the data box. But to start off with, so I'll move this up here out of the way. And to start off with, I'll go back to the Move tab and just tweak the shape of the Loopie. As well as using the controls here to rotate, you can also click directly on the image as well. And I find this the most natural way to edit your Loopie. So the left mouse allows you to rotate, and if you keep clicking and dragging, you can rotate your Loopie 360 degrees all the way around to find the best angle for your image. The middle scroll wheel zooms in, so you can get a bit closer to the detail, and also the right mouse allows you to move the image left and right, up and down. So combinations of that should be able to very quickly get to a point where you can find the best image for your Loopie. In this case, I think something around about there where you can see the nice ascent to the summit. Get a nice bit of perspective there, and also the front of the image is quite close to the bottom of the page, which again makes it look a bit more dramatic. So I'll go to the Advanced tab now. I'll have a quick play with the mountain heights, although I don't really want to make Ventoux that much higher. It doesn't need to be, but you can tweak it a bit to make the image look a bit more impressive. Maybe the dots are a little bit too big here, and the smaller you make the dots, the more of the terrain detail you can make out. And also I might just make the line a little bit thinner. There we go, I think that's looking pretty good. The colour, I'm quite happy with the Loopie orange and the light background, but just to check, I can then toggle that quickly to the dark background, but I think I'll default to the light background. And in the Data tab, I can then edit the info box. So this is all the stats for your ride. I can change the name of the rider. I can also change the title. So in this case, Mont Ventoux. And again, I can kind of just use the move icon to adjust the position of the info box. I can also toggle between kilometers and miles using this little toggle on the left hand side, and you'll see the info box, the data changes and swaps between both of them. In the Data tab, if you roll over the line at any point, you'll see a little kilometer or mile marker and a crosshair. This tells you how far into the ride a particular point along the line is, and you can also add points of interest. So in this case, I know this little corner here is where the Chalet Reynard is that I stopped off for a cup of coffee. So if I click that at 40 kilometers in, a little pop-up window appears. I can name the label, in this case Chalet Reynard. There's also two other tabs at the top. If I click the stats, that shows me that I was 40 kilometers into the ride at a time of 2 hours, 29 minutes and 10 seconds and at an elevation of 1.4 thousand meters. I want to keep all of that data on there. If you click the ticks, I can turn this data on or off, but I want to show everything. And the final tab is the position of the label. There's an auto place, which it defaults to, but sometimes that doesn't position it exactly where you might want it. So in this case, I want it to appear to the right of the line, so I'll just override that and click the right area there. And then you just click confirm, and then you'll see on your Loopie, Chalet Reynard has appeared at the correct spot. I also want to show the summit of Mont Ventoux, which is probably just about there, at 46 kilometers. So if I click that, again another pop-up appears, but actually you'll notice that it's sitting behind the info box. That's not a problem. You just quickly move the info box out of the way, type in the new label, in this case Ventoux Summit. Again, I want to keep all the stats of distance, time and elevation, and I'll override the auto place with the right position. Again, click confirm, and you'll see again the tab appearing, the label appearing, Ventoux Summit, exactly where I want it to. I can then move the info box back to this top right hand position, which seems to work really nicely in the picture. In the data tab, you can't rotate or edit the position of the Loopie, but just click back on the move button, move tab, and then you again got full control over your Loopie to rotate, tilt and scale it. But I think that's looking pretty good. So I want to go ahead and order that. So then click the preview and order button. There we go. So you can now preview the Loopie that you've just made in a nice picture frame. Using the arrows to the left and right of the image, you can then also see what your Loopie would look like on different sort of toned backgrounds or walls. In this case, there's a dark one, a medium one, and a light one. So again, you can make some sort of fairly quick decisions around, does the light Loopie work well or the dark Loopie work well? You can just click the back button to take you back to the editor to change the color and change any aspect of the Loopie. Or if you're happy with what you've got, I think that's looking pretty good, just click the order button to take you through to the order website. The image that you see here is just a default picture for the product page for the Loopie app. But here you can then choose a range of sizes between medium and small. The small is about the same size as an A3 piece of paper, and medium would be about an A2 piece of paper. And you can also got non-framed or framed options for these prints. So I want to select a small frame print, and then you just click through and it adds it to your basket. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little demo there, and we'll go away and make your own Loopie art from your rides, and keep checking back to see more Loopie videos.